Hello, everybody. This is Kyle Graves. You can reach me at kylewgraves.com. I wanted to continue our live conversation about hardware and how hardware is different from an intellectual property perspective, and perhaps there are things you can do to protect hardware devices that might be a little bit out of the common expectations within the entrepreneurship industry, simply because so much of modern successful entrepreneurial culture comes out of industries with strong network effects, with strong domain monopolies, and as such your conventional wisdom, particularly coming out of the VC sphere, may not be aligned with best practices for hardware specifically. So, continuing, hardware is different. 8 best practices for patent protection, global patent protection for actual things. We've been through 3 points so far, and today we're on the 4th point. Now, this is my favorite point. You can see a more detailed and lengthier article on this on the blog at kylewgraves.com. Point number 4, consider leveraging jurisdictional arbitrage as you protect your hardware device. Here's what I mean. Hardware goes a lot of places. Hardware goes to a lot of countries. Once you turn it loose, your customers could take it everywhere. Likewise, your supply chain is very complex. Hardware is typically made in many different places, sourced from components in many different places, assembled, warehoused, and shipped to customers. Okay, so you need to be perhaps even more keenly attuned to the global patent landscape than somebody with a different type of invention. So, different jurisdictions that are going to be relevant to your product lifecycle are going to examine patent applications with greater or lesser rigor. And there are treaty frameworks that you can use to exploit this fact to amplify your patent protection across all of the relevant jurisdictions for you. So, consider this. Patents examined in more rigorously examining jurisdictions and patents examined in less rigorously examining jurisdictions enjoy reciprocal treatment in some instances under the patent prosecution highway. This is a treaty program where countries give some respect to one another's patents. The way it works is that if you get a patent in one country and then you apply for a patent in another country, you can present to the second country the results of your patent prosecution in the first country, and they will give some deference to it. So it makes the patent prosecution process quite a bit more efficient. Here's what you do. You file a PCT application. We've talked about this before. Go back to my earlier videos. You file a patent cooperation treaty application, okay? Once the PCT stage concludes, you have to pick which jurisdictions you want to move protection into nationally, and you begin pursuing rights in those different nations. This is where jurisdictional arbitrage comes in. What you do is you file national stage entry applications from your PCT in some places with very rigorous examination, other places with more of a rubber stamp type examination. As the rubber stamp type examination countries move forward, then you take those results to the more rigorously examining countries and say, hey, look, both of you honor the patent prosecution highway under a set of treaties. I have this granted patent in this other country. Can you expand those rights here? And that's the strategy that I'm proposing today. All right, more next time.